Hi, so here we are. It's week 2 of our 7-week journey through counting the Omer, living in Egypt and making our way towards Mount Sinai to receive the Torah. And this week's energy, this week's character trait, fundamental and foundational, is called Gevurah, which really means strength. Strength and discipline and boundaries, limitations, self-control, focus, which is a foundational thing that we need in our lives to really achieve anything, to get anywhere in our lives. And we've all experienced it before when you're working hard for an exam, or if you're doing a charity bike ride and you need to get fit. Anything when there's something that's important to us and it's a top value of ours, then we implement this trait of Gevurah, which means strength and self-control and discipline. See, chesed is all very well and good. It's just a flow of love and unconditional giving. It's a very beautiful thing, but chesed on its own can be very actually ineffective and even damaging. We need to learn how to channel our flow, channel our chesed, and have boundaries on it. For example, if I have a plant and I'm watering the plant, I love the plant and I'm just giving it a flow of water and I'm watering it the whole time, I'm actually going to kill the plant because it can only take so much water. I've got to be able to know what the limit is, when to step back and stop watering the plant. And in general in our lives, we need to really know how to channel our energies and channel our giving and channel our flow. It says in Pirkei Avot, Ezehu Gibor, who is the strong person. Gibor is from the same root as Gevurah, who is the strong person. The answer, Hakovesh et Yitzro, the person who conquers themselves, conquers their evil inclination, but it's really our desires and our negative mind patterns. That's what the Yetzer Hara, it means evil inclination, really is. It's giving us negative drives towards negative things. For example, an extra piece of chocolate cake or a cigarette or other things that are not so healthy for us. And it's also putting negative thoughts in our minds, and it really takes strength and discipline and focus to make sure that these forces don't start taking control of our life, because self-control is really one of our highest values. Having the willpower to resist things that we know aren't so good for us really helps us create the life that we really want to live, and helps us not wake up in situations we wish we weren't in, sometimes literally. So this strength is actually what distinguishes us from animals, because we can do something even if we're really not in the mood. You know what, I'm not in the mood to get up, I'm not in the mood to work, I'm not in the mood to handle these people, but I'm going to do it anyway. And that's what makes me human. Animals, whatever mood they're in, however they feel, that's what they do. We can actually override that feeling and do what we know is right. So this is the strength of Gevurah, that we can override natural, lower, base feelings and desires to reach a much higher level and do what we know is right, what's going to propel us forward, what's going to help us in the world. And that takes a lot of strength, discipline. Willpower is maybe really our greatest asset, and it can get depleted by many things, and everything in our life takes willpower. Just remembering to sit up straight and to not have anger and to deal with the outside world. So that's really where Gevurah, where strength comes in personally. And then also in our relationship with other people is very important. If we have too much chesed, too much love, too much giving, we can really be taken advantage of sometimes, and then we can get resentful. So we also have to know our own boundaries. We have to set boundaries. We have to be able to stand up for our principles and what we believe in. And that takes a lot of strength when the whole of society and other people are telling you what to do and what to think and who to be. And it takes a lot of strength to just know, you know what, I'm doing what I know is right. I'm doing the right thing, and I'm going to have the strength to just keep my principles and go with it. Another very important thing about Gevurah is very, very often we let the external world dictate how we feel about ourselves. Someone shouts at us or insults us, then we feel bad about ourselves and we let it get us down. Or if situation is difficult outside, in the external world. We don't know how to cope with it. We let it get us down. It takes Gevurah, it takes strength, it takes focus to be able to survive the onslaught of all these external stimuli coming at you and telling you how to feel and think and what to do. It takes a bit of strength just to be like, okay, I'm not going to let that affect me, and I'm going to just keep strong in the course that I know is good. One final point, very good for the Justifi crew, is that justice, social justice, is really based around Gevurah, around this strength. It takes strength to stand up for what you know is right. When you see something bad happening, to say this is not right. Justice is really based on this foundation of Gevurah, this idea that I'm going to stand up against this, I'm going to do something about it, I'm going to fight. And maybe this is where chesed comes in, because once you've identified the cause and what's wrong, then you can use chesed to give and change it. But really the driving force behind it is justice, and saying, I've got to step up and do something about this. So this week, it's really the opportunity to focus where in your life you can maybe have a little bit more discipline. Could you get up a bit earlier? Could you spend a little less time in front of a screen and a little more time in nature or in the gym or doing things that are powerful? Where can you stand up for your principles and be stronger in not letting people dictate how you feel about yourself? So this week's really there to focus on how can I use this energy and this character trait of strength and discipline and focus and channeling my energy in a positive way, and still tinged with chesed, with loving kindness, not in an angry or arrogant way, but just a strong and doing the right thing way. This is this week the way you can really tap into this and take us to the next level of self-realization. Thank you. I'll talk to you next Sunday about Tiferes, which is balance, harmony, beauty, truth. I'll see you soon.